Hi everyone and welcome back to Sheri Approved. Happy Mother's Day everybody. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But it's always a lovely day that we can spend time with our moms and appreciate them and so on. But I want to say happy Mother's Day to all women because whether you've actually had a child physically or not, I believe that all of us have the innate gift in us to nurture, to care for, to guide, to instruct children. And you know what? Let's just play our part in this world to make this world a better place. Let's do better for our children. Let's really invest in them because our time is going to come. They are the world's leaders, and we really want to make sure that we give them the best start that we can. So do your part, and happy Mother's Day to all of you. In today's video, I am going to share with you 5 skincare tips. Now, it could be that you probably already do this or not, but we'll see. So let's go. Tip number 1, and it's all about multimasking. And I almost said multitasking because that's exactly where the concept came from. So a lot of us have a lot of different types of masks. We collect masks. I don't know if we use all the masks. That's a whole next question. But a lot of us, including myself, it's like really easy in our comfort zone to apply one mask all over your face and just remove it or rinse it when it's time to be removed. But have you ever tried multi-masking in the sense that we have different types of masks that do different types of things? So for example, us oily girls, we usually collect clay-based or mud-based masks because those masks will help to deconk our pores, pull out oils and build up and so on, and really deep clean our pores. And that's good for once or twice a week, and a lot of us do that, and that's great. But not everybody is oily everywhere. In fact, a lot of people who think they're oily is actually really oily in the T-zone, and then there are areas of their face that's actually more on the dry side or more normal, perhaps here, the chin area, different parts of your face. So something that you could do to give yourself like a quick all-around mask without having to do multiples, which I do sometimes, is actually to multi-mask. So in the areas where you get very oily, forehead, maybe down the nose, the cheek area, whatever, you apply your clay-based mask or your mud-based mask, and then in the other areas you could actually apply a jelly mask or a hydrating mask. You put it on, in fact, pop some hydrogels as well under your eyes, and after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however long you need to leave it on, when you rinse off and you take off everything on your face is fully balanced, and it got a really, really, really good dose of love. So try that if you've never tried it. Who knows, you might like it. Tip number 2, take some time between layering products. Now, if you're not following me on Instagram and Facebook, you really should, because I've actually been doing a series on bumping up your skincare routine, especially as a lot of people have been home for the last few weeks and so on, and they want to spend a little bit extra time. So maybe some of the things that you wouldn't do based on your regular routine because you didn't have the time, you could probably do it now. So follow me there for those tips. But a lot of times, for example, I also post skincare routines there, and you would see sometimes in the routines that I post, like I may be layering a lot of stuff. Now, sometimes those videos will be fast forwarded, because of the length of time that it actually takes to do it, especially in my nighttime routines. My morning routine is pretty fast, but my nighttime routine, I tend to take a little bit more time depending on how I want to treat my face or the different types of serums and so on that I want to do. So a lot of times though, especially at night when you're going to be using active ingredients, whether it's acids, retinols, that kind of thing, you want to make sure that, especially if you're going to be layering stuff, that you give your skin maybe 2-3 minutes, depending on the product. Some products will absorb faster than some, enough time to absorb. So for example, my toner and essence steps go really, really fast because I'm just layering hydration on hydration. And actually, I love to actually layer essence on essence while my skin is actually still damp from the previous step, because that just really helps it to hold on, grab on, and just like, really, really soak that in. But let's say I'm going to go in, for example, with my salicylic acid, because sometimes I may do salicylic and glycolic on the same night. Now, I can do that because I know what my skin could take, and that's not something that I will do all the time, right? But let's just say I'm going to do that. I will apply the salicylic acid again on the areas that I needed. So for example, your girl was eating some ice cream and now she's paying for it. So I have a couple breakouts on my forehead. So I will actually apply salicylic there, but generally, for example, most of the times I actually get my breakouts here because it's hormonal, very close to my period. So when I'm doing that, I will apply the salicylic acid in this area. I don't apply it all over my face. The only reason you need to apply that all over your face is if you actually have to treat all those areas. So I will apply that and I will allow it to fully absorb before I go in with whether it's a glycolic acid serum or whether I'm going to go in with a hydrating serum on top of that. I will allow it to fully absorb. And one of the reasons I'm doing that as as well, especially when it's an active ingredient, is that I don't want that what comes after to kind of like negate the effect, especially when it's a pH sensitive product. You want to give it enough time. So glycolic acid, for example, if I'm using that as my serum, I will actually wait a little bit longer so that I wouldn't have like what goes on top like a hydrating serum, maybe a little bit higher pH. And if I put that on too quickly, I may actually neutralize the glycolic acid a little bit too fast, so it doesn't get the job done that I wanted to do. So yeah, just keep that in mind, especially when it comes to your nighttime routine and you're going to be layering the serums, especially. Just give your skin a little bit right in between those so that they can work in your best favor. What tip am I on? Number 2. So tip number 3. You don't have to be afraid of acids. Now, I know some people like are legit scared of acids because after all, the name is acids. When you think about acid, you think, oh God, that thing going to like literally burn my skin off. And no, that's not the truth. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying is that you don't have to be afraid of acids is because there is actually probably an acid for almost everybody, even sensitive skin. That's right. I said it, even sensitive skin. And I'll tell you why. So one of the most popular, if not the most popular, is glycolic acid, and that's because a lot of us are using that. A lot of us who are oily, combination, or not necessarily sensitive, we use glycolic acid. Why? Because it works the fastest. It actually has the smaller molecules out of the 3 that I'll mention right now. Yeah, I'll mention 3. And so it's able to penetrate a little bit deeper into the skin, and therefore it works fastest and you get fastest results. But because the molecules are actually smaller and because it actually penetrates deeper, it also has the likelihood to create more irritation. So that's why people with sensitive skin, glycolic acid may not necessarily be the best one for you. But then perhaps you may not be oily and you may be a drier skin type or a normal skin type. Not necessarily so much, needing glycolic acid. You could try lactic acid. Lactic acid is also an exfoliator, but the type of acid that it is actually a hydrator. So it allows the skin to actually attract moisture. So if you're dry skin, lactic acid might be the way that you need to go. And then if you have sensitive skin, then we have mandelic acid, with the molecules of which are even bigger than lactic and glycolic. So that means they stay more on the surface of the skin. And there is even a newer set of acids called polyhydroxy acids, or PHAs, which is being used on some of the most sensitive skin and is working really, really well. Just keep in mind though that you could find the right acid for your skin type and for your skin issues. But if it's one of the ones like for more sensitive skin, like PHAs, mandelic acid, and so on, those will just take longer to give the results that you may be looking for as compared to glycolic and lactic, because, obviously they're going to be causing, because of the way they are, they cause less irritation in the skin, which means it's safer for sensitive skin, but they will also work a little bit slower. That does not mean that they're not effective though. So you may be able to find the right acid for your skin. And it's giveaway time. So I'm doing this giveaway because it's Mother's Day. It's going to remain open for a week and you must be a resident of Trinidad and Tobago to participate, right? So this is what you're going to get. These are 2 lipsticks from Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy line. So I have these 2 shades. This is one shade and this is the other. Look at this gorgeous, oh, this actually works well with what I'm wearing right now, actually. This gorgeous color. So here's what you do. You will go on the post that announces this video on both Facebook and Instagram, whichever platform you're on. You just need to go on either one and just leave a comment below that video indicating what have you changed up in your skincare routine that has really made a difference for your skin, or what maybe something new that you've started to do. But just share in the comments under the post that announces this video and you will have a chance to win. Good luck. Tip number 4 is retinol is not a 100-meter dash all year. Retinol is a marathon. So I think I was talking to somebody this week, is it this week, last week, whenever, but I always say, like, listen, you're starting to use retinol now. We're using retinol every day, not every day, but we're using retinol from now until the day we die. We need retinol, okay? Retinol is proven to help wrinkles and fine lines. Why? Because of how it works. So retinol encourages your skin to turn over cells, so to get the newest skin cells on top there. But it does that by delaying the breakdown of collagen and also thickening the skin from the inside. So that's where wrinkles actually start to form, and that's how it works. But retinol takes time. And you really want, if you've not used retinol, you really want to start at the lowest strength and build. And you also want to start using it very infrequently and building your frequency as well. Why? Because retinol in the early stages can cause some irritation. It can cause some peeling for some people, depending on the strength that you use and also depending on your skin. But that doesn't mean that it's not working. So that's what it's best to just follow the advice. I know it might seem like it's taking long to show results, and that's true. And that's why I'm saying retinol is not a 100-meter dash. It is a marathon. You're in it for the long haul, because that is one of the ingredients that you will take several months to see results. So, just trust the process. Trust the process. And tip number 5, it ain't going to be a Sheri approved skincare video if I don't mention SPF. I need to mention SPF. You know why? Because 90% of fine lines that we get is caused by sun exposure and sun damage. But where is the tip in that? Because of course I'm always encouraging you guys to wear SPF indoors or out, rain or sun. We need to be wearing our SPF every day and reapplying as necessary, okay? But the tip that I actually want to share with you is, please don't forget your ears and don't forget your neck. Like, I know like a lot of us have been like focused on, especially when we realize, oh my God, I was not applying enough SPF. We're making sure we apply enough SPF on our face. But just remember your ears, guys, and your neck. We need to work on that too. So that's tip number 5, and I hope this video is helpful. Do you practice any of these? Please comment below, and I'll see you guys in another video. Enjoy your day and your week.